Hey guys, it's QuickyBaby bringing you another gameplay video. Today I'm going to be showing you the E-100, which is a tier 10 German heavy. It differs from the Maus with slightly less armor capabilities. However, it's got a much higher top speed. And it's got a derpy gun, as I am showing you here. We can see that the alpha damage on its 15 centimeter armament is 750. With a rate of fire that's slightly better than the T30 but slightly worse than the T95. Its accuracy is average and its aim time is average. Not too bad, either of those. The tank's got a lot of hit points, not quite as many as the Maus. However, it's still heavy, which means it can beast other tanks by ramming them with its 30km top speed limit. It's got average traverse, but it's got great all-round armor, apart from its lower plate. So, we're playing Komarin, a map that was taken out of circulation in 7.4. So this is my ode to this map. There we can see alpha damage on the side of an E-100. Sharing the window with Mr. Humph to allow him to get a shot as well, and unfortunately he's getting flanked in the side of his turrets, fairly weak there. So this is why I like the E-100, the fact that you can afford to trade shots. I'm quite surprised that their artillery isn't trying to splash me through the window, which was possible on Komarin. However, he doesn't do this all game, which I'm very happy about, so I'm just going to chill out around the window and try and look after the situation. So this game actually took place live on Twitch TV, so everyone who was watching that night was able to see it live with the commentary as it took place. I'm going to put up an edit of the replay, and I'll provide a link below in the description box if you want to check it out, so you can see exactly what was said between me, Humph and Ike as the game took place. So please go and check that out if you fancy it. All my live streams are available for a week after they happen on Twitch TV, so for people who are not able to watch on the night, you can still catch up later and skip out the boring bits. It works just like YouTube. So, what do I think about the removal of this map, Komarin in 7.4? Well, if I'm very honest, it was my least favourite map, so I was fairly happy that they removed it. I thought that the island in the middle was a very powerful location, and that what you found on this map is that either there was the initial cap rush and then the team either won or lost depending on whether the cap was stopped, or later on in the game one of the flanks gets slightly pushed back and then they push very boringly down one side. I thought this map had too many choke points and it was fairly unimaginative. I thought it really encouraged camping, and it was definitely one of the most frustrating maps to play aggressively. And that's why you see me and Humph here very much looking after the island, trying to make sure that our health pools are okay, and try and dig in and wait for some of the enemies to make a mistake. So as we can see here, that E-100 just took another large hit, and now he's down to a third of his health. Unfortunately, on this map, with so few opportunities to hide and so many opportunities to be flanked as soon as you advance, then this is what you have to do for the first few minutes of the game on Komarin, in my opinion. Look after your own health and try and whittle down as much off the enemy as possible. If we were to advance to that building that you see just in front of where I'm aiming on the left, we would be able to be hit very easily from the west flank. That was one of the key flaws of Komarin, in my opinion. And if you advance down the east-hand side of this mid-island, then you can be hit very easily from the east, from the northeast specifically, where there's a good amount of bushes and good amount of hull-down locations. However, I feel like we've damaged their tier 10s enough. We've got both of them down to below half health. So I'm going to be making a move around the east. I'm not sure what I'm going to encounter here, but we see very quickly there's a T-34 who must have shot my lower plate. However, with the excellent alpha of the E-100, we were able to take 57% of his health away instantly. I want to keep pushing. And there he is. And he goes out. So the excellent power of the E-100. Alpha damage, able to take tier 8 heavy tanks out in 2 hits. And we could see there exactly what I thought. I took a shot from the northeast. However, we've got a side shot on the IS-4 here, hopefully. Trying to push the T-34 out the way to give my lower plate some cover. And then bam, we take out their IS-4. So the enemy have lost both of their tier 10s. Me and Humph are still alive currently. We've got a type messing around on the East Island. I'm hoping that our artillery or the heavy tanks that are situated there can take him out. I'm coming across to give Humph some backup. The E-100's got quite good view range, 400 meters plus. However, I might get a bit ambitious here. We decide that we're going to take the building out, I think. As their M103 is camping very far back. So I should have realized that I got spotted there. I shoot the building out, but I take a rather large artillery shell, which, as we can see, hit the side of my tank at an angle, which means that he's probably in about A1 or A2. And then some poor play there with not turning my turret earlier. I got hit by the M103 as well, but I thought he would have been pulling back. I want to keep the aggression up. I feel the bushes on my side will cover me. We'll get a good hit off there on the Su-152, which has very poor armor. One thing that I failed to add earlier in the video when I was discussing the E-100's gun is that it's got the lowest penetration of any of the tier 10 tanks, significantly, by a significant margin. Not so much over the mouse, which I think is around about 246 off the top of my head. But when you compare it to the new IS-4 and the T-110, then this gun is lacking a good 35 mils of penetration compared to those tanks, which is very significant. However, we can see the very weak armor on the side of the M103 there. Me and Humph were able to chunk him down 70% before he even got started. So this rock seems to be giving me good cover from their artillery, who hit me for a large amount earlier. So we're just digging in, allowing our east flank to clear out the medium up the top. And we spotted the M103 again, hoping that our artillery might be able to get a shot off on him, but it wasn't the case. There's really no use of me moving out from behind this rock currently. I might have just been spotted there, and their artillery is very likely to be focused on me. So I waited for the artillery to lose sight of me, and then I decided to relocate. It's never very good in E-100 to be bogged down in the same location. Once an enemy knows where you are, then they can relocate into a position where they'll have an advantage over you. So I feel that I'm still going to get cover here. And there's a good section of bushes in front of me that will give me some good camo rating. So we can see there's a T-43 up the top. The M103 just killed Mr. Humph. I was trying to have a spot for him there, but I was unable to see him. It's quite peculiar. The M103 didn't appear there, and he managed to get stealth kill according to my screen on the T110. So we've now got myself and another tier 9 and a couple of tier 7 heavy tanks and a tier 7 medium versus 2 tier 9 heavy tanks and a tier 8 heavy tank and an artillery who seems to be having a good game and know what he's doing. So I'm playing very defensively. There's still 4 minutes left, we've still got enough time. The west flank should really advance to take out that target who's capping. I'm still coming forwards from the bush to try and find my targets. I've got as I said earlier, I've got 400 view range on the E-100, and here we go. The M103 obviously didn't know where I was. I managed to finish him off. So I immediately decide that it's now time to press the advantage. I thought that the artillery might be reloading or attacking the tanks to the south. So I wanted to go and use this advantage to go and get stuck in. Here we see the T-43, maybe hasn't spotted me yet. And we get a nice shot off on his rear of his tank. So we instruct the heavy tank on the east of the island to cap. And there we get another nice shell off on their artillery. So right now we've secured the game, and it's just a case of finding the last IS-3 and hunting him down. So there he is. Nothing special about this. Just not a situation you want to be in an IS-3. And we were fortunate to pick up the last kill. So fantastic. We managed to get 7 kills in an E-100, which gives us a Boelter's medal. We picked up 1,743 experience with 97,000 credits. We hit 12 out of 13 targets, which is a great effort considering the accuracy of this gun. We were very fortunate with where our shells flew and the penetration rolls that we got. And due to that, we picked up a sniper medal to go along with our bolters. So great. I hope this has shown you an idea of what E-100 gameplay is like and the conservative playstyle that I use. So thanks a lot for watching my video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like at the bottom. And if you're so inclined and you want to see more QuickyBaby content, feel free to subscribe on YouTube. And I'm going to be streaming tonight if you're watching this video early. So please go and check out the stream on Twitch TV. Thanks a lot, guys, and good luck on the battlefield.